Welcome to today's chemistry lecture. This is our last lecture of this chapter, including descriptive questions and constructed response question. So, without wasting any time, let's start our today's lecture. First, let's see constructed response question. So, first question is describe the negative effects of using plastic in everyday. As we all know, they are very harmful. So let's see how. Microplastic accumulation. Over time, everyday plastic waste degrades into extremely small particles called microplastics. These tiny particles bypass standard filtration setups and pollute drinking water resources. Biological and tissue instruction. Due to their mini size, microplastics are easily indigested by aquatic animals and humans, finding their way into vital bloodstream and organs like the lungs. The third, systematic health disruptions. Once inside a living body, plastic can systematically disrupt both the immune system and reproductive system by introducing toxic chemical additives. Second question is explain one method to remove dissolved impurities present in water. So let's see the method. Distillation is the most effective process for removing completely dissolved impurities like soluble salt and minerals. The process. The water is heated inside a distillation flask until it changes state into steam. Since the dissolved impurities have much higher boiling points, they remain behind as solid residue. The steam levels through a cooling condenser, returning back into liquid state as pure distilled water collected in a separate stirred container. Question third is why urea is regarded as a good nitrogenous fertilizer. So let's see the answer. High chemical concentration. Urea contains an incredibly high concentration of nitrogen, about 46%, making it highly cost effective and chemically potent. Solid state stability. It is highly concentrated in a solid form, making storage, transport, and precise mechanical field distribution much easier. Rapid bioavailability. It dissolves easily in soil moisture, providing a quick, rich supply of nitrogen needed for early stem and leaf growth. Our fourth and last constructive response question. Why Pakistan is facing a severe shortage of water? First, semi-arid climate. Pakistan naturally falls into semi-arid climate zone, which inherently means low overall annual rainfall. Inefficient agriculture practice. The heavily used traditional flood irrigation technique wastes huge volume of water due to surface evaporation and unnecessary runoff. Rapid population growth and depletion. Growing demographic needs put huge pressure on domestic system while deep underground aquifers are being extracted much faster than rainfall can naturally replenish them. Now let's move to the descriptive questions. So our first question is how domestic water supply can be made fit for drinking. So let's see the answer. There are some various stages, physical and chemical, that can we apply to make water drinkable. So first is sedimentation. Water stands still in huge tanks, allowing large heavy suspended particles like sand, mud, and organic debris to settle naturally to the bottom as sludge. Second is filtration. The top layer of water is passed through systematic layer of sand and travel to filter out remaining fine lightweight suspending particles. Third, chlorination. Regulated amount of liquid chlorine are added to kill harmful living biological contaminants like bacteria, viruses, and parasites. Odor and taste removal. Water is aerated or trickled through porous activated carbon to absorb volatile compounds that cause foul smell and strange taste. The second question is which measures should be taken to avoid waterborne disease? Waterborne disease can be avoided by breaking down the paths of contamination using three distinct measures. First is water purification. Only drink water that is properly filtered or has been actively boiled for several minutes to kill pathogenic microorganisms. Strict personal hygiene. Practice routine hand washing with soap, keep food preparing surfaces clean, and ensure household washing and bathing water is cleanly sourced. Sanitation infrastructure. Build enclosed sewage lines and keep animal waste far away from municipal distribution networks to prevent raw waste from leaching into regional aquifers. The third question is, what are the main functions of nitrogenous, phosphatic, and potassium fertilizers? Nitrogenous fertilizers boost vegetative growth in early stages, primarily consisting of plant proteins, give leaves their green chlorophyll color to boost yield. Phosphatic containing phosphorus stimulates strong early root development, accelerates seed and fruit reproduction in later stages, increase crop resistance to disease. Third, potassium that regulates the synthesis of starch, sugars, and strong plant structure fibers, helps in the healthy ripening of cereals, seeds, and fruits. Question number 4 is, what are fertilizers? Mention the essential qualities of a good fertilizer. Definition. Fertilizers are natural or synthetic chemical substances added to soil to replace depleted macro and micronutrients essential for plant development. Essential qualities of a good fertilizer. It should be easily water soluble so plant root system can readily absorb it. It must be stable enough to not decompose into useless gases or wash away too rapidly. It should not alter soil pH drastically or damage the natural microflora of the soil. It must be non-toxic to plants and humans in standard application. Our next question, how can you avoid the negative effect of pollutants present in water? Preventing the negative impacts of water pollution requires combined individual agriculture and industrial management. Let's see how. Industrial pre-treatment. Factories must run chemical wastewater through dedicated effluent treatment plants to neutralize heavy metal and hazardous chemicals before releasing them into rivers. Controlled agriculture inputs. Farmers should practice precision farming, reducing the overuse of chemical fertilizer and shifting toward eco-friendly biofertilizer to eliminate toxic agriculture runoff. Responsible household disposal. Avoid pouring domestic chemical cleaners, vehicle fluid, fat, or cooking oils directly down to the sink drain. Plastic management and law enforcement. Maximize recycling to stop microplastic from reaching open environments, backed by strict environmental laws and public awareness campaigns. So this was the our today's lecture. In descriptive questions, the numbering of the question is ups and downs. So listen carefully and extract your exact answer.